the Wiiviewer.
And the LilWiiviewer. And the LittestWiiviewer.
And we're going to review
Jewel Quest Cradle of Rome.
So I'm sure we're going to get a bunch of questions asking, why does it take 3 reviewers to review a Bejeweled clone? And the truth is, we all have a different opinion on the game. Before we start talking about the game, I want to bring something up that might sound a little bit petty. But is there any reason in the world that they have to make these buttons to play the game on the very bottom of the screen? Look at all this room! I get that they want to show you your town, but I had real problems getting my Wiimote to read the bottom of the screen. It just kept dropping in and out, and you're constantly having to navigate the bottom of the screen. It was just annoying. If you've never played Bejeweled before, basically you have to match 3 or more jewels or symbols. Now developers have really taken that simple idea and made some really deep and engaging games. The most notable example is the Puzzle Quest series. And before anyone asks, I know there's a Puzzle Quest game for the Wii. And no, I'm not going to review it. I spent too much time working on my iPhone version to be starting over on the Wii. Since I hear it's just a straight port and I just assume it's just as good as the version I've been playing for months, I'm just going to say it's worth a buy. Now back to Cradle of Rome. They use the same basic concept. You collect jewels and symbols and you use them to build up your town and empire. It's not as complicated as Puzzle Quest, but that's not a bad thing as it makes it simple for kids to pick up and play. In each board there are special blue colored grid squares. The goal is to use these grids and change the colors back to the normal yellow brownish color. Sometimes it only takes one use of that grid, but in later levels it'll take more. And that's where the real challenge of this game comes in. So what did you think about the gameplay itself? Did you find the game complicated at all?
Not really. It's just that they have these chains that you have to break that are hard. Those chains, you basically use a hammer or use a nearby, not the figure that's inside the chain, a nearby exact figure inside, but nearby to open that chain.
What was your favorite thing about Cradle of Rome?
You could actually build your village and have other people giving you other power-ups for every time when you get awards during when you're playing the game, and that's something that you unlock when you build the city. If you don't build that part of the city and they were going to give you an award, then they won't give you the award for that.
What did you like about it, LittlestWiiviewer?
The bonus icons. They give you a special power-up that you need to clear off those icons to make it.
Oh, you mean the power-up items, like the hammer or the lightning bolt?
Yep.
You know what I liked about the game? It had some clever parts in it. I like when you break the chains, the jewels start to fall down into the lower parts of the grid. I thought that was a clever idea. We played this game on a 47-inch television, and I found it still too small to see the jewels. Do you think the jewels were too small on the screen as well?
Not really. At least they're clickable.
Of course they're clickable. What else would you do with them?
Sit there and wait.
Well, that would be an exciting game. Just look at the jewels game.
Use your mind.
Oh, yeah. It's a mind game. Okay, I'm now moving it in my mind over to this location. Oh, I just won the game. Do you think the jewels were too small, LittlestWiiviewer?
No. Medium size, good.
Are you just trying to tell me that I'm old? Is that what you're trying to tell me, that I couldn't see because I'm old?
Yes.
And you know what's even worse? Some of the jewels looked like the other jewels. You have to admit that at least.
Nope.
Okay, I'm not going blind here. I'm telling you, at least one of the jewels looked like the other jewels. The rock and the silver coin. They looked a lot alike. Especially the fact they're just so small on the screen. You have to at least admit this one.
No, I don't admit that. If there's different shapes, how are you going to say that they're the same thing?
A coin and a rock are the same geometric shape. I'm not crazy. They look the same. So, what did you not like about this game, LittlestWiiviewer?
Nothing.
What did you not like about this game?
The chains.
You didn't like the chains? I liked the chains. I thought that was a very clever idea.
That's pretty insane. It's like, to beat a chain, you get all the room you have to get a hammer, which takes like a huge amount of time, or make a nearby chain disappear by making that same object inside the chain right by that chain.
All right, Jewel Quest, Cradle of Rome. LittlWiiviewer, would you buy, rent, or skip?
Rent.
LittlestWiiviewer, would you buy, rent, or skip?
Buy.
I can't believe this. Do you boys realize that you can buy this game on the PC for $10? $10! This game on the Wii costs $20, and you can't even see the jewels. I say this game is a skip, just for those reasons alone. So I guess we have a 3-way decision on this one. We say buy, rent, and skip, so this one's up to you.
Who will you agree with? The reviewer, LilWiiviewer, or the LittlestWiiviewer? That is me. Watch the video and decide.